Hello there. He probably gave up. Hey, I see you. By the way, if you go to the playlist Tai Chi and right click, you can click play and then come down and click shuffle. Although, oh, you are yeah, it's still live. Haven't done this in a while. Hi there. Lulu, go on. Go hang with Sophia. All right. Apparently, we are into Technical Knockout Thursday. That's what we're going to call today, Technical Knockout Thursday. By the way, what I was trying to do is to moonwalk. I haven't done that in a while, as you can tell. It wasn't too bad, was it? Don't know what's going on. It appeared YouTube was having an issue. I don't think it was on our end. We kind of restarted all of our equipment. So it's 11:15. We're just going to move on with Shabashi. Okay? Everything going well, Sophia? Sophia did very well during that. She didn't freak out. She's got a good head on her shoulders for 15 years old. She didn't freak out. She just started to try to solve the problem. She said, with all I've been through, I have to have a good head on my shoulders, and that is indeed true. So, all right, it looks like viewers are picking back up on it, but we're going to be doing Shibashi today. Shibashi is a really neat form. A lot of my students really like this. Technically, Shibashi is not a Tai Chi form. It is a QiGong form, okay? And the difference of that being that a Tai Chi form has a movement followed by another movement followed by another movement, and together they make up a form. There's not a whole lot of redundancy, one right after another. Qigong forms generally have a redundancy, so you'll have a move and you repeat it 3, 6, 9, usually multiples of 3 times. Okay? So my understanding is the word Shibashi, the literal translation means 18 movements or 18 forms. And so Shibashi, we're going to learn Shibashi part 1, so 18 movements, and we'll work on trying to do those 3 times. Now, some of you know Shibashi and been doing it with me for a long time. Others of you are going to be brand new to this. Based on our viewership right now of 5 people, I'm thinking that everybody here has seen Shabashi. Raise your hand if you've done Shabashi. Okay, I think I saw 5 hands go up. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up at this point. So let me do this. For people tuning in later with Shabashi, I want them to learn the form well. So let's go through it. Let's just kind of step through and learn each movement, okay? If you're a veteran of Shibashi, take a look at the details of each movement, okay? Shibashis are really beautiful forms. All right, so we're going to learn it as we go through. Movement number, so Wuji position. And let's just spend this hour on Shibashi. I'm assuming you caught this part of the stream that was up and live for the first part of today. So you've done your deep breathing and you've done your warm-up exercises. And now your legs are nice and warmed up and your body is nice and warmed up and you kind of feel a little bit like Gumby and you're ready to do some Shibashi. So movement number 1 is commencement. We inhale the hands up in front of us and exhale the hands down. I don't think we need to go any further into that one. So let's move on to number 2, called giving a big hug. Inhale the hands up. Keep inhaling, opening up. I'm reaching out. I'm stretching the chest, back, shoulders, and elbows. And then exhale and exhale. Notice if we look at this one from the side, as I inhale and I keep inhaling, my hand stays in front of my shoulder. I'm not bringing it even or in back of my shoulder. It stays in front of my shoulder and I'm reaching out. So when I look at it from the back, I'm not pulling the shoulder blades together, but I'm expanding and opening, okay? And that's what we want to achieve on that second movement. So we inhale, we keep inhaling, and then exhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now, On to movement number 3. We're going to go back through all of these. I want to just spend a little time explaining them, and then we'll run through them. Okay? So, movement number 3, called Dancing with Rainbows. Let me demonstrate it for you once. I'm mirroring as I do this. So that's called Dancing with Rainbows. With each one of the Shabashi movements, I have a level 1 movement, a level 2, and a level 3. And that will help if you're having a bad day, if you're having balance issues, you may want to stay at level 1. Doing better, you can hit that intermediate level 2. If you want to do it full way, level 3. So this is a really good one to show this one with. So level 1 would just be turning the neck from one side to the other, hands over, one hand over the head, the other hand extending out. That would be level 1. Level 2 would be turning the upper body. So now notice my upper body rotates a little bit, and I can also add in a weight shift at this point also. So I'm weight shifting, rotating the upper body, but I'm not moving my feet as I do that. Okay? And then the third is rotating, coming up on the heel. Notice I'm keeping my back nice and straight. The upper hand is right over the top of the head. It's actually over your bow way point, over the top of your head. Okay? So level 1, level 2, level 3, do whichever one works best for you. So let's practice that for a moment. So I'm from prayer hands. I'm going to weight shift to the right, put the right hand over the top of my head, and I'm going to turn. I'm going to rotate my hips and extend the left hand out. Then turn the left foot forward, left hand over the top of the head, rotate on that right heel, and come back to center. It's called Dancing with Rainbows. And back to center. Beautiful. Relax the hands down. Next, movement number 4, circling hands. You can think of this in a lot of different ways. We do a gathering chi where we bring our hands up over our head and down. You're actually gathering yang chi as you do that. This is the hands are in front of us and we're bringing our hands up and then down. So you can think of that as you're gathering yin chi. Okay. I want everyone to stay safe with this one. We can do a sinking motion with this, but I want everybody to stay safe, okay? Sinking or squatting. So let me demonstrate what the move looks like in its entirety, and then we will go through safety on it, all right? Okay, so you do not have to squat down that low, okay? So let's talk for a minute about squatting. Most Americans squat the wrong way. Most Americans, looking at it this way, my toes are on that blue line. Most Americans, when they squat, they put their knees way over their toes. That really stresses the toe out. They also will lean over, so they'll do something like this to squat down. They stress their knee, they stress their back. The Chinese teach us a better way to sink back, keeping the back straight or as straight as you're able to. So you're like you're sitting back onto a chair. Notice my knees aren't going beyond my toes as I do this, okay? It helps if you broaden your stance a little bit. It also will help if you turn your toes out a little bit, but you always, always, always want to keep your knee lined up with your toe. So again, using the blue line. As I'm doing this, I don't want my knee to fall out of line. Notice my knee is no longer over the blue line. Here it is, and now toeing out. Notice my knee is not over that blue line. So my toe is on the blue line. So you always want your knee lined up over your toe as you do this exercise, okay? A really good rule of thumb is as you come back, as soon as you feel your body starting to come forward like this, that's when you need to stop, okay? That's a really good indication that you've kind of reached your maximum with your legs, okay? So I think that covered everything about squatting. I'm going through it in my mind. I believe that covered everything about squatting. So with this one, you can squat just a little bit, you can squat a little more, or you can try and go all the way down, again, trying to keep that back straight, okay? With our hands, we're gonna cross our wrist over in front of us. All right, so we cross the wrist in front of us. I'm gonna back up so my hands don't go off camera. We bring the hands up over the head, and then we float the hands down. Crossing the wrist, hands up over the head, and float the hands down, okay? One other thing on this exercise, again, for level 1, you just you would squat a little bit and keep your feet on the floor as you do this. Level 2, you would go a little lower, and as you come up, just kind of briefly come up on the toes and lift the heels as you do this. And then for number 3, level 3, you'd go all the way down, come up, try and hold on the toes a little bit as you come down, okay? So let's go ahead and try that 3 times now that I've worked my legs really well. Cross the wrist over. I'm going to do level 1, level 2, level 3. You stop at whatever level is safe and comfortable for you, all right? So I cross the wrist over, gently sinking down, hands up over the head, feet stay on the floor, level 1. Level 2, I cross the wrist, gently sinking down a little more to whatever is comfortable, and kind of just gently raise up on the feet briefly as I circle the hands. Or level 3, I squat as low as I am able to, and then come up and hold on the toes and sink down. Beautiful. That was movement number 4, circling arms. Movement number 5 is repulsing the monkey. This is the yang style of repulsing the monkey. We don't actually move our feet in this one, all right? But we're going to learn about the hands. So let me demonstrate this once. Again, I'll be mirroring you as I do this one. So this is what repulsing the monkey looks like. Or you can also rotate that body, look at that back hand, and bring it forward. That's actually a better example than the first one I gave. Relax the hands down. All right, beautiful. Couple of notes on this one. First off, this front hand. Notice this front hand is directly in front of me. So from that camera position, the camera is directly in front of me. So you see the hand and my face is right over it. I'm directly in front. The hand isn't over on this side or over on this side. It stays directly in front, okay? The back hand starts out, and I'm going to turn sideways to better demonstrate this. So I start out from prayer hands. I'm going to let the one hand drop. This hand comes to the belt line, and then I reach back, kind of out to my side and back. We'll get into level 1, 2, and 3 on this one in just a minute. As I bring the hand forward, I don't do this motion with the hand, nor looking at it from this direction do I do this motion with the hand, okay? Instead, I turn the fingers, then the wrist, and then the elbow, and push the hand forward. Let me do it from this perspective. The hand is back behind me. I turn fingers, wrist, elbow, and bring the hand forward. Notice my hand does not go above my head as I do this. So again, I'm not doing this motion. I'm curling the fingers, then wrist, but notice my hand is never going above my head, okay? So let's put the 2 of those together. Oh, I'm sorry, I was going to do level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1, 2, and 3 depends on how far back you extend your arm. So looking at it from this perspective, prayer hands, level 1 would be the arm out to the side, and I continue to look forward and bring that hand into the ear and then forward, all right? Level 2 would be going back a little farther and maybe turning. You can use your peripheral vision to catch that hand, or you can turn depending on where your balance is, and level 3 is going even further back, okay? Do whatever is comfortable for your shoulder. Do whatever is comfortable for your balance, all right? So bring that arm back as to whatever is safe for you. If because of balance you need to continue to look straight forward and do this, that's fine. As your balance improves, you'll be able to turn a little bit from side to side. Okay? All right. Let's go through those. Again, if you have any questions, just type them to Sophia. She's watching the chat bar. So the left hand is at the belt line. I reach forward with the right, back with the left, turning the upper body, and then roll that left hand forward. Then I reach back with the right, forward with the left, both hands palm up, and then roll the right hand forward. Okay? One more time. Forward with the right hand, reach back with the left hand. I turn both hands palm up, and then I roll that left hand forward. Think of it like a snake, like a serpent. Reach back with the right hand, forward with the left hand, and then roll that right hand forward. And back to prayer hands. Beautiful. That's movement number 5, okay? Again, if you have any questions, type them to Sophia. Movement number 6 is rowing the boat. Hands come behind us, over the top, and down, and we kind of sink the legs a little bit as we do that, okay? One more time. Back, forward, down, or up, forward, down, and relax. Excellent. Movement number 7 is turning and holding the ball. I'm going to start with the right hand. I'm going to take the right hand like I'm scooping up water, and then I'm going to reach up and to the left. And as I do this, I'm pushing my right big toe into the ground. So I'm extending to the left, pushing the right big toe into the ground. I'm feeling the stretch run all the way down the arm, the side, and down into the leg. Okay? I like to imagine that I'm scooping up water and offering it up to the gods. And then I'm scooping water other side, left hand up and to the right, pushing the left big toe into the ground. Okay? So what do you do with this other hand? As I'm scooping with this hand, what do I do with this hand? Let me pivot around to the other side. This hand is sitting right next to my bottom. Okay? That little dimple in your booty. That hand sits right there. You have some pressure points in your booty, and so you're lining up your hand with those pressure points. This QiGong is all about moving qi through the body, okay? So that's as the one hand is doing that, the other hand is sitting right next to your buttocks, okay? All right, let's give that a try. From prayer hand position, release the hands down, scoop with the left hand up and to the right, pushing the right big toe into the ground. Scoop with the left hand up and to the right, pushing the left big toe into the ground. Right hand up and to the left, extending, feel the stretch. And then the right hand or left hand up and to the right, and nice stretch. Come back to center. Relax the hands down. That's called turn and hold the ball. Next one is called turn and gaze at the moon. Okay? So in this one, let me demonstrate this one for you. Turn and gaze at the moon. So, similar to our warm-up exercises, we're trying to not turn the hips. So I'm not doing this as I look over my left shoulder, but instead I do this, okay? So I keep the hips square to the front. I feel the stretch in my torso as I do this. I also want to look up and over my shoulder as I'm doing that. Again, I'm feeling a stretch, and then I release the hands down, okay? Level 1, 2, and 3 on this one is just how far do you turn, okay? So if you're having problems with some core strength, if you're having problems with balance, you can just turn a little bit from one side to the other to do this. If you're feeling a little better, you can extend a little more. Okay? So let's try that a couple times. Turn and gaze at the moon. I look up and over my left shoulder. Palms are facing one another. Release the hands down and look up and over the right shoulder. And release the hands down. Look up and over the left shoulder. Release the hands down. Look up and over the right shoulder and release the hands down. Awesome. Good so far? All right, I'm going to get a drink real fast. All right, viewers are coming back. We are doing Shibashi. If you're just joining, just jump in and join along. Again, beauty of video. You can hit pause and go back. Okay. So that was movement number 8. We're up to movement number 9, which is called turn and push palms. I'm going to come in a little closer so you can see my hand work on this one. So we start this one with the hands loosely clenched at the belt line. I'm going to pick up the left hand. I'm going to push it across to the right. Notice it's crossing my body. And the fingertips are up and I'm stretching, so I feel this stretch in my arm. Okay? Couple of things about this. I'm not doing this, so I'm not turning my body to push the hand out. My shoulders are staying square to the front as I push out. Okay? So I'm doing this with my hand, not this. Okay? Second thing is after I extend out, I'm going to drop my little finger, so it's like I'm grabbing onto something. So I'm like dropping my little finger, and then I pull it back to my belt line. So if you can imagine, I'm trying to get the right, I'm going to just kind of hang my fist out here. I'm pushing out, and then I'm grabbing onto something, so I'm rotating my hand around that, grabbing on and pulling it back. All right, that's what that movement is. I dip the little finger, I roll the arm, and pull back. Okay? So, it's called turn and push palms. Let's practice that one. Pick the left hand up, push it to the right. Grab on and pull back. Pick up the right hand, you pick it up to the armpit, you push it across, not using the shoulders. Grab on and pull it back. Pick up the left hand, push it to the right. Grab onto the rope, pull it back. Push on, pick up the right hand, push it to the left, and grab onto the rope and pull it back. Awesome. Okay, turn and push palms. We are halfway through at this point, and it looks like we're doing pretty good on time. Next is cloud hands. We're going to be doing the yang style of waving hands like clouds, and we're not going to be moving our feet. We're going to do the weight shifting if you're able to, but not move the feet, okay? And this kind of points out level 1 would be just doing the hand work with waving hands like clouds. Level 2 and 3 would be doing a weight shifting, okay? Again, this is yang style cloud hands. So we're going to start out prayer hand position. We're going to weight shift to the right and hold that baby with the left hand on top. Again, if you're at level 1, just keep your weight centered and just practice the hands. But I think as I look out on the audience, see what I did there? You're probably okay to weight shift, okay? So I bring my weight over, so I bend my knee, my body stays straight. I'm holding the baby, left hand, even with the heart, right hand, even with the dantian. I sweep and weight shift to the right. I do a stop sign with that left hand, but to do that, I'm rotating from the wrist to that hand moves out, okay? Let me do that a little closer to the camera. So my hand is coming here. I don't do this with my hand. I'm not flicking my wrist like this, but I'm turning the arm, okay? Yeah, I'm hoping you're understanding the difference. So again, that's a flick of the wrist, but instead I'm rotating the arm out. So the rotation comes from here, not from up here, okay? So I weight shift right, left hand is on top. I weight shift left, stop sign, left hand, shift hands, hold the baby, bring the baby over to the right hand side. Again, I rotate the arm, stop sign, shift hands, hold the baby, bring the baby left side, stop sign left, shift hands, hold the baby, bring the baby back over to the right. Cloud hands, yang style. That's the same style we use in the Tai Chi for rehabilitation. It is a different style than what we use for Tai Chi for arthritis. Okay? All right, so that was number 10. Number 11, 12, and 13. I do these a little different than some other people. If you go out and look at Shibashi, you'll see all kinds of different renditions out there. So I do this one a little different. It makes more sense to me, which in and of itself is a scary thing. So I do 11, 12, 13 to the left side first, and then I repeat it to the right side, okay? The first one is scoop from the sea and look to the sky. Now, at this point in Shibashi, it becomes a little bit more active, a little bit more exciting. And so you need to pay really close attention to your body and make sure that you are listening to what your body and doing what only you are capable of, okay? I don't want you to extend beyond your capabilities. So, scoop from the sea, look to the sky, looks like this in its entirety. And then I'll explain level 1, 2, and 3. So, scoop from the sea and look to the sky. Okay? And then you would repeat that 2 more times. Now, not everyone is going to be able to do that, and that is fine. Again, you do what you're capable of. Couple of notes on this one. A lot of people, when they do this one, they bend over and look like this as they bend over. Notice both of my legs are straight and I'm just bending over from the waist. That is not what you want to be doing. Instead, you drop this back knee. So as I scoop from the sea, I drop the back leg knee down, keeping my back relatively straight as I move down, okay? That's the proper way. So I'm not doing this, but instead doing this. And you will feel that on your legs as you do it. You will also notice that you're not looking directly in front of you at the ground, but you're looking straight out. So as I scoop from the sea, I can look out around me here. I'm not looking at the ground in front of me, all right? If I do this and try and look out, I end up doing this, and that is not comfortable in any way, shape, or form, okay? It kind of goes back to that keeping the head lifted by the silk thread, okay? All right. Also, the other thing that will affect people's balance, as you look to the sky, I suggest level 1 is that you just kind of glance up and keep your hands in close, okay? So instead of doing this, which is the full version, keep your hands in close and kind of just glance up, all right? The weight is coming back onto the back leg, and so you can just glance up and keep the hands in close. That makes a really good level 1. Level 2, you can glance up a little higher and start to open the hands up a little bit, not full extension at this point. And then level 3 is you're arching the back and opening the hands up all the way. All right? So you have level 1, level 2, and level 3. All right? This will affect your balance. You don't realize it, especially coming from down, being down as you move up. A lot of the times the energy in your body wants to just keep shooting up through the roof. So you kind of focus on your feet, keeping your balance, keeping your feet well rooted to the ground as you do this. It's a tough thing to do. Your body energy, like I said, when you start coming up, your body energy just wants to keep coming up. Okay? So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to do level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay? I'm sorry, one other note about foot position. Looking at this from the side, I'm going to keep mirroring, so I'm going to do this the front foot forward. So I weight shift, and I step out with my left foot, angling to about the 2 o'clock position, and it's a little bit ahead of my right foot, as you see it here, okay? So I move it from here to here. So looking at it straight on, I'm doing this, and the toe is going to, like, if you think of the clock straight ahead, 12 o'clock to about the 2 o'clock position. Okay? All right, so I'm going to do level 1, level 2, level 3. Okay? Weight shifts to the right, step out, empty left foot. I scoop from the sea and look to the sky. Level 2, I scoop from the sea, sinking a little more, and look to the sky. And level 3, I scoop from the sea and look to the sky and back to center. Okay? That's movement number 12. Was that 11, 12? That was 11. Now we're up to number 12. Playing with waves. I love this motion. The left foot stays out in front of us. I imagine that I am pushing waves out to sea and receiving the waves back in. Pushing the waves out to sea and receiving the waves back in. Okay? So, as you do this exercise, you can roll up. If you want to test your balance more, roll up on your heel and toe. So as you push the waves out, that back heel comes up. As you receive the waves back, your toe comes up. You push the waves out and receive the waves back. All right, so level 1 would just be keeping your feet rooted to the ground and weight shifting forward and backwards. Level 2, you can kind of come up on the heel and toe a little bit or do that full extension. Notice I'm keeping the upper body nice and straight, not leaning forward. As I come back, I'm not leaning backwards. I keep that body nice and straight. Pushing the waves out to sea, receiving the waves back. Okay? That's movement number 12. Number 13, we stay in this position, still doing that movement back and forth. So level 1 again would be the feet rooted to the ground. This is called dove spreads its wings. Okay? So as I come back from that last one, I would open up my arms, stretching the chest and the back. I bring the hands forward to where the hands are like I'm holding a small ball, and then I open the hands back up. I bring the hands forward, and I open the hands up. Okay? Again, if you're looking at this from the side, I'm going to pivot to the side. Notice my hands are not going back by my shoulders. So I'm stretching the chest, not pulling the shoulder blades in together. I'm opening and stretching the chest. Okay? Does that make sense? That's called dove spreads its wings. Now, so after we do 11, 12, and 13, scoop from the sea, look to the sky, playing with waves. Dove spreads its wings. We do 3 of those to the left. Bring that left foot back in. Weight shift left. Step out, empty right. Again, slightly forward, slightly toed out to about the 10 o'clock position. And we repeat those 3 exercises. Scoop from the sea. Look to the sky. Playing with waves. And dove spreads its wings. We repeat all 3 of those to the right-hand side. Okay, my mirror is getting really foggy right about now. Hey, but our technical stream is holding up, so that's a good thing. All right, so we come back from that. Now we're to movement number 14, so we only have 4 more to go. But this is where it gets really exciting, okay? We come back and we do punches, okay? Now, you have a choice here. If you can say, Craig, you haven't worked my legs hard enough. I want more work on my legs. Then you can go. Pardon me? Yeah, Sophia says, never tempt me. But if you feel like I haven't worked your legs hard enough, you can go into a horse stance, which is a wider stance and a deeper stance. But again, as you do this, as you go into the horse stance, notice my toes are on my blue line. I sink down, my toes don't go beyond my blue line, and I can sink down. And you will feel this on your leg. You keep your back nice and straight as you do this. You will feel this work your legs. It won't take very long at all. So be careful with that. So your level 1 would be your normal Wuji stance. Level 2, a little wider. Level 3, go down in that horse stance, okay? And we're going to be doing a punch. So let me talk about a punch on this one also. This is exactly the same type of punch you do when you do the bow stance, okay? Sometimes I see people, they'll kind of do a roundhouse punch with the bow stance, doing it this way. I'll see them kind of do this with their arm. Notice my arm is coming way out. See the space between my fist and my body, and it comes out this way. And looking at it this way, they kind of bring it up to their shoulder and out, okay? The Chinese teach us a different way. We start at the belt line, and it comes directly out and ends up in front of our shoulder. My elbow is not locked out as I do this one. Let me get in closer and kind of pivot a little bit. My elbow is not locked out. I have the elbow turned a little bit, okay? And then it comes back to the belt line. Looking at this from the side, the hand is turning and ends up, my hand is at the same height as my shoulder is. And then as it comes back, it comes to the belt line. So looking at it from this direction, it never leaves, it starts here and never goes any wider than where it is here, and actually ends up coming in just a little bit, lined up with the shoulder. That's the very same thing we do when we do the bow stance. So as I do the bow stance, I'm not doing this type of a punch, but I'm doing this type of a punch. And so we practice that same thing here, where we punch and punch. The other thing is, and let me get close to the camera here again, my hand starts palm up at the belt line. So it looks like this, but at the belt line. And then as I punch, I turn in, turning the thumb in, so I end palm down. As I come back to palm up once again. So palm up, palm down. I'm rotating the arm, giving more power, spiraling force. My thumb is outside of my fingers. When I make a fist, I don't do this. It's a really good way to break your thumb. Instead, I do this. You can tuck the thumb down underneath here, okay? So, from that horse stance, you would punch left and punch right. Punch left and punch right. One more time, punch left and punch right. Okay, we only have a few more left. Now it gets really exciting. Next one is called Wild Goose Flies. You guys will recognize this from our breathing exercise, doing this with our arms. When we do our breathing exercise at the beginning of class, Wild Goose Flies just adds one more thing to it, just one more little thing. The squatting that we did in exercise number 4, you can repeat that if you want, okay? If your legs are getting tired by this point, just do a gentle sinking down. Again, level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1, gently sink down. Level 2, a little bit more. And level 3, you can come all the way down. But the same thing, as you bring the hands up, you can come up on the toes. So level 1, you would keep your feet rooted to the ground. Level 2, kind of just bump the feet up a little bit. And level 3, come up and try and hold on the toes. Okay? All right. Shabashi. This is called Wild Goose Flies. Let's start out with level 1, sinking just a little bit. Hands up over the head, keeping the feet solid to the ground. Level 2, sinking a little lower, back is straight, and just kind of bump the heels a little bit. And level 3, if you want, do what is safe. All the way down, come up, hold on the toes, and float the hands back down. Beautiful. All right. 2 more moves left. Next is, the name is escaping me. It's circling the body, essentially, is what we are doing. Okay? Now, as we do this one, our point is we want to rotate the upper body around the hips. Not moving the hips, but rotating the upper body. Okay? Sometimes I'll see students that start getting a little bit of Elvis on me here and start doing this with the hips, or starting to do like a hula dance. We're not wanting to move the hips, we move the upper body. In its entirety, it would look like this. Bending over at the waist, starting by going to the left, arching the back, right, and down. And then to the other side. Right, arching the back, left, and down. Okay. So level 1 might be something like coming forward just a little bit to the right, arching the back. Oh, I'm sorry, that'd be left, now right, and coming this way. Level 2 would just be increasing that a little more, bending over a little more, going a little bit more to the right. I'm coming back around showing you level 2. And of course, level 3 is bending all of the way over. This is a really good core workout, okay? It does a really good stretch on your torso because you're stretching your torso this way, you're arching that back, stretching the torso this way, coming down, getting a really good stretch on the hamstrings. So this is a really powerful stretch as you do this, okay? So let's do level 1, 2, and 3 on this one also. Let me make sure I've got enough room here. So level 1, kind of leaning forward a little bit, leaning a little bit left, arching the back, leaning to the right, and coming forward. And then back the other direction. So right, back, left, that would be level 1. Level 2, leaning a little more forward, a little bit more to the left, arch the back a little more to the right and forward. And then level 2, coming back to the right, arching the back, left and forward. And then level 3, bend over as far as you're able. Notice that I am keeping my knee bent. I'm not locking my knees out. I kind of pause at the bottom. I let the body stretch, let these hamstrings stretch out. And then I go to the left, I arch the back, go to the right, and pause at the bottom and feel the stretch. And then I go back, going to the right, arching the back, left, and down, and come back. Beautiful. That good for everybody? I'm sorry, now there's 2 more left. There's 2 more movements left now. So the next movement is, I love the name of this one. The next movement is actually called Naughty Boy Kicks the Can, Naughty Boy Kicks the Ball, Bad Boy Kicks the Ball, Bad Boy Kicks Your Shins. It's skipping is what it is. And believe it or not, there's 3 different levels to skipping, okay? So we can first just kind of like we're marching, lift the left leg, lift the right leg, opposite hand. I'm lifting left leg, right arm, lifting right leg, left arm. That's level number 1. Level number 2 is coming up, so the foot that's on the ground, you kind of raise up on the toe. So as I lift my left leg, I'm trying to think left and right. As I lift the left leg, I come up on the right toe. So I'm doing this. Looking at it from the side, I'm just kind of raising up on the toe as I do it. Okay? And level number 3 is actually jumping. So the dogs may get involved as soon as I do this. So level 3, actually notice my foot leaves the ground. Okay? Do whichever one works well for you. They didn't get upset at all. They're chilling out. Chilling like a villain. All right? So stay safe as you do this one. Do whatever is comfortable for you. But we can skip left, skip right, skip left, skip right, skip left, skip right. Beautiful. Movement number 18. Take a deep breath. Movement number 18. This is the hardest movement of all. Okay, I'm kidding. It's called calming chi. Inhale to the heart. Exhale, relax the hands down. Inhale and exhale. It's called calming chi. People with heart problems, the traditional Chinese medicine tells us people with heart problems should avoid bringing their hands up over their head. They should only bring their hands up to heart level and then back down. Okay? But movement number 18 is called calming chi. All right. Sophia, do we have any questions? Does anyone have any questions they've typed out? Okay. So let's go through, in the time we have left, let's go through Shibashi, all 18 movements, 3 repetitions each time. Okay? You need to stay in your comfort zone. Now, we've been exercising for an hour now, and with these lights, I kind of feel like I'm in an easy bake oven right about now. Stay safe, okay? So if you're tired, just go ahead and stop now and just, hit pause or just view it, come back to it later. But again, the beauty of video, if you're not understanding one of the moves, go back, Check that move out. Make sure that you know it well. And make sure you look at level 1, 2, and 3. Okay? All right, but we're going to go through Shibashi 3 times, movements 1 through 18. Okay? And to do this, I'm going to look towards you and mirror you. And hopefully I do that correctly. All right. Let's begin. Commencement. Inhale and exhale. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next, giving a big hug. I got that name from Karen. Inhale. Keep inhaling. Exhale and exhale. And hey, the world needs more hugs right about now. Inhale. Keep inhaling. Exhale and exhale. Keeping your social distance, of course. Inhale. Keep inhaling. Exhale. Exhale. Dancing with rainbows. Weight shifts right. We turn and look left. Stay in your comfort zone. Weight shifts left. Turn and look to the right. Keep that back nice and straight. I'm weight shifting, looking left. Turning the hips left. I'm weight shifting, turning the hips to the right. One more time. To the left. One more time. To the right. Come back to center. Circling arms. Stay in your comfort zone. I'm sinking down. I'm coming up on the toes. I'm sinking down and coming up on the toes. One more time. Sinking down, coming up on the toes. Repulsing the monkey. Left hand back, right hand forward. Float that left hand. Right hand back, left hand forward, both hands palm up, and then roll the right hand forward. I'm going to have to scoot forward, give myself a little room here. Back, left, forward, right. Roll that hand forward. Back, right, forward, left. And roll the right hand forward. One more time. Nice and slow movements here. You're working on continuous flowing motion. Movement number 6, rowing the boat. Very nice. Movement number 7, turn and hold the ball. Extending, reaching out, feeling the stretch all the way down your side into your leg, all the way to your toe. Feel that stretch. You're reaching and stretching, reaching and stretching. Turn and gaze at the moon. Look up and over the left shoulder, not moving the hips. Look up and over the right shoulder. Look up and over the left shoulder. And look up and over the right shoulder. One more time. Turn and push palms, starting with the left hand. Pick it up, push right. Grab onto the rope, pull it back. Right hand pushes left. Grab on like you're grabbing onto a rope, pulling it back. Left hand to the right. Pull that on back. Right hand to the left. Pull it on back. One more time. Left to the right. Grab onto the rope, pull it back. Right hand to the left. And grab onto the rope. Pull it back. Beautiful. Next 3. Oh, I'm sorry. No, cloud hands is next. My apologies. A weight shift right. Left hand is on top. Weight shifts left. Stop sign. Shift. Weights to the right. Stop sign. Right hand. Shift. Weight shifts to the left. And weight shifts to the right. One more time. Weight shifts left. And weight shifts right. All the weights on the right, step out empty left foot, scoop from the sea, and look to the sky. Scoop from the sea, look to the sky. Extending the arms out, scoop from the sea, and look to the sky. Playing with waves, pull the hands into the chest, push forward, and receive the waves back. Push forward, receive the waves back. Push forward and receive the waves back. Open up the arms. Dove spreads its wings. Bring the hands together. Pull the hands apart. Hands together and apart. One more time. All the weight is now on the right, so I pull the left foot back. I shift weight left, step out empty right, and repeat those three. Scoop from the sea, look to the sky. Stay in your comfort zone. Scoop from the sea, look to the sky. One more time. Scoop from the sea and look to the sky. Playing with waves. Push the waves out, receive the waves back. Push the waves out, receive the waves back. Push the waves out, receive the waves back, opening up the arms. Hands together, opening, spreading the wings. Hands together, open, spreading the wings. One more time. All the weight is now on the left. I step back with the right. I step wide if I want to work my legs. Punch left, punch right. Punch left, punch right. One more time, punch left and punch right. Come back to center. Probably want to close that stance a little bit. Wild goose spreads its wings. Stay in your comfort zone. If your legs are getting tired, don't go down as far, or just stop and watch. Next, circling the upper body. Again, stay in your comfort zone. Circle clockwise. And circle counterclockwise. Circle clockwise. Nice and slow, don't rush it. And circle counterclockwise. And one more time. Circle clockwise. And circle counterclockwise. Pause at the bottom. Come back up to the standing position. And it's peanut butter time. Skippy. Skip left, skip right. Skip left, skip right. Skip left, and skip right. And calming chi. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. We're going to do the Master Chen cool down, and then we'll do our regular cool down. Any questions on our chat screen, Sophia? We're all good. All right. So, ladies, right hand on the dantian, cover with the left. Gentlemen, left hand on the dantian, cover with the right. 3 clockwise circles on the dantian. Feel the heat. 3 counterclockwise circles on the dantian. Again, feel the heat. Rub the hands together, Mr. Miyagi style. Bring the hands over the top of the head, down the back, forward on the neck, and get rid of the bad chi. Over the top, down the back, forward on the neck, and get rid of the bad qi. One more time. The Chinese believe that your perspiration is your bad qi coming to the surface. All right. Now let's do our regular cool down exercises. Shabashi is a lot of work on your legs, a lot of work on your core. Make sure that you hydrate today, okay? Lots of water. I don't want you to be sore tomorrow because of me, all right? Tighten up all the muscles in the body, arms, legs, face, squeeze the muscles and relax. And then tighten up those muscles, squeeze the muscles and relax. And then one more time, tighten up the muscles, squeeze all the muscles and relax. And we'll gather chi. Big, deep belly breath in. Long, slow, deep breath out. 2 more times. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. Inhale and exhale. Now, the speed that I demonstrated Shibashi at the end, you can go even slower than that. And if you want more benefit from it, definitely go slower. Just like a Tai Chi form, the slower you go, the better it will be for you, okay? So you can slow that down. So we're going to take a day off tomorrow on the streaming. I am doing a stream with my Parkinson's, actually I'm doing 2 streams tomorrow with my Parkinson's friends. And then we will be back Monday, 10 o'clock. Keep an eye on my blog. Any updates or changes with that, I will post them on my blog. Have yourselves a great weekend. Use this time tomorrow, over the weekend. Go back, catch some of those streams, practice a little bit. And that's the other thing I'm going to try and do with my blog is kind of give you a little bit of an outline until I figure out how to edit those videos and break them into small chunks. I'm going to give you a little bit of a guideline, like where we talk about Tai Chi for Arthritis Part 1, the basic 6, and then the advanced 6. Where do we talk about meditation? Where do we do Tai Chi for Arthritis Part 2 and Shabashi? I'm going to kind of make up a little guide in a blog. That's one of my goals for this weekend. So have yourselves a great weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all of your kind comments. We will see you Monday, 10 o'clock live stream, but I'm sure that you will be practicing over the weekend. So thank you very much. Thank you to Sophia for doing such a great job back there. And all those cameo appearances from the dog, hey, those are free of charge. Oh, that reminds me, I will be putting payment information up on my blog also. My PayPal looks like it's ready to go, and Venmo looks like it's ready to go. So I'm just going to put that information up on my blog. So it'll be a lot easier to find than me bringing it up here. So hopefully I'll have that up on my blog today or tomorrow. Anyway, thank you so much. Have yourselves a great weekend. We will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.